everyone, it's Holly and I'm here with my quarter 3 / summer-ish wrap up. I'm joined by the Murphy cat. Hello, sir. I love you. This quarter has been interesting. That's for sure. It's been, so this quarter covers July, August, and September. So I was gonna film this the other day and I was feeling like really overwhelmed. I still feel overwhelmed, but I think I'm a little more relaxed about my overwhelm right now. Like normally I would try to do my hair and everything, and I was just like, no, I don't have the energy and I don't have the time to do that. I have to get so much done today. And all I want to do is cuddle with the Murphy. I know. In July, at the beginning of the month, some stuff happened at work. It's partially like hard to explain and partially like I don't think right to share what happened. But anyways, I basically after the first week of July wasn't working. So I was in that, like, I was getting paid and I would log on to my computer every single day because my office is still working from home. My company is still 99.9% working from home. There's a few people in every office. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I had no work to do. So it was that way for July and most of August, and eventually about halfway through August, my manager reached out to me, asked if I would be comfortable to come into the office to help our management team that's in the office. No, don't go up there. With stuff. And I felt comfortable. I felt safe. It's a big office. There's only like 4 of us there on any given day. So I said, of course. I felt really weird getting paid to do nothing. I did towards the end of July and beginning of August, and you will definitely see this in the amount of books I completed. I started realizing that if I didn't have work to do, I should take advantage of that from a personal perspective. And so I started like reading during the day because what else was I gonna do? I was cleaning a little bit, not as much as I probably should have, and now I have to do all this like organization and I was trying to like declutter stuff and everything. So I've been back in the office since like the last couple of weeks of July or of August. It's gone pretty well. I'll continue to go in unless something is like happens and it's unsafe. My company basically has said we're probably not going to go in full time until the new year, which is fine. And if I'm ever not safe, I can return home and that's fine. And I don't know like what my job is going to be going forward. What I'm doing right now is not actually like my job. I am enjoying it and everything, but it's different and it's not my actual job. But I'm glad to just have work to do because like I said, I felt really bad getting paid to do nothing. I think Murphy really misses me. I think he got used to me being home all day and being like at his beck and call if he needed me, and so now he gets like really moody more often. But that's life, Murphy, I know. So let's talk about what I read, because that's like what this video is actually about. Thank you. Oh, and Murphy went to the vet for his yearly checkup and his boosters. You got your baby's booster. You were very brave. He actually was really brave. He did really good. I mean, I couldn't go in with him, but he was really brave in the car on the way there. I had to call when I got there, and then they came and got him, and then the vet called me after his appointment to explain how things were going, and he does have to go back. He's had a broken tooth on his right side the whole time I've had him. And like a little bit of gum irritation the whole time. And she's always said like eventually we'll have to do something about it, but it's not too concerning. But this year she would really like to get him in, and so they'll put him under, and clean his teeth. Oh, hello Murphy's butthole. Thank you. I needed that view. And they'll put him under, clean his teeth, and then if they think they need to, they may pull some teeth because she thinks he might have some cavities. And I wouldn't be surprised if he does, based on some behaviors that he has on that side of his mouth. And I guess cat cavities are different than people cavities. So instead of being able to like fill them or kind of like fix it, with cats it basically just like deteriorates the tooth. So really the only option is to pull it. And I would, of course, I want him to be happy and healthy. And then also, if he has to go under, not that I don't trust my vet, I do, obviously. Of course, I wouldn't take him there if I didn't trust them. My family's been going to this practice for like as long as I've been alive. It's just, if you're gonna put a cat under, I mean, they're very small animals and stuff, and any animal, just the younger they are, the healthier they are, which by naturally you're gonna be healthier the younger you are, the better. So he's gonna have to go in. I have to schedule that appointment. He's gonna be there all day, but you're gonna be a brave boy. I know. I'm probably gonna be more worried than he is, but that's okay. Okay, let's talk about books now because I've been doing this long enough. So first, I have my like book journal in front of me. So let's talk like big overarching numbers. Well, actually, so in the last 3 months, I read 66 books, which I believe is the most I've read in any quarter. Yes. I read 23,620 pages, and I bought 26 books. So I'll have a book haul up soon. That was definitely a decrease from actually both of the previous 2 quarters. So good on me. And that breaks down to, in July, I read 16 books. In August, I read 32. In September, I read 18. So August was a huge month. You could tell that's when I really got into my groove. I've also been listening to a ton of audiobooks at work. So like a lot of the books I read in September, I feel like were audio. And then for pages read, in July, I read 5,660. Murphy, stop it. In August, I read 11,129 pages, and then in September, I read 6,831. And I think looking at this, 5,000 to 6,000 is kind of like my average, it seems like. And so then for like some more breakdowns, just like stuff that I think is interesting, is I read, of the 66 books I read, 50 were new books to me and 16 were rereads. Is that like a big change from previous? It's definitely an uptick from the first quarter. And then for authors gender, I read 64 from female authors. I have a type. 1 male author and 1 other, which in this case was a author duo. But that could encompass anything. So a duo or like a non-binary author. For release year, like publication year, I read 50 backlist books, 6 that were new releases in 2020 that I bought, and 10 ARCs. I'm trying to like make a point of reading the new releases I'm buying, because like why else am I buying them right away if I'm not going to read them? So when it comes to age group, so I used to do genre, but I don't think I'm going to do genre anymore. I think I will at the end of the year, but I kind of changed the way I'm classifying things on my spreadsheet, because I do have a spreadsheet that I use to track all of my reading that has even more information than I keep in my book journal. And I now have basically an age category and then a genre and subgenre category. Are we really just gonna like hang out here like an owl? Okay, whatever, sure, go for it. So really these are age categories, which basically is like, really, we had to throw the pumpkin down on the ground? That's rude. What did the pumpkin ever do to you? I feel like he did that last year. I don't know. But I feel like I always classified these as genres, and really they're more of age categories. So I read 55 adult books, 11 YA, and then 0 of other. Other would mainly be like middle grade. For ratings, I had 0 DNFs. I think I'm going 0 DNFs all year, which is really exciting. Now, there are some books that I would have DNF'd, but I forced myself to finish for various reasons, like for smash or trash projects. stuff like that I would have DNF'd but chose to keep reading. So I don't know. I did have my first 1-star ever. I've given like a short story in an anthology 1 star, but I've never given a book 1 star. And this quarter, it happened. I gave a book 1 star. I almost gave it 2, and then I was like, no, you have to do the 1 star, Holly. It's just the way it is. I gave 4 2 stars, 15 3 stars, 34 4 stars, and 12 5 stars. Now, I think a lot of the 5 stars were rereads, so, you know. For Source, I had bought 22 of them. 13 came from my library. They were all like Overdrive or Hoopla takeouts. I haven't been to the physical library since COVID. I think my library is open now. They were doing pickups, but now I think it's open, but I have enough books on my TBR shelf, so I'm trying not even to look at the library because I gotta read the books I own. 9 from NetGalley, 17 from Audible, RIP Audible Escape. That number is going to go down. Of course, I made a bunch of Audible Escape videos, and now Audible Escape is ending. That's fine. It's fine, Audible. So yeah, that number will probably go down in the future. 4 from Scribd, that number will probably go up. And then 1 other, in that case, I received an ARC directly from an author. So that's what that covers. And then I want to talk about my favorite reads from each month. It's interesting because only one of these is a 5-star. I do have an honorable mention that's also a 5-star. In July, my favorite read was Rage and Ruin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the 2nd book in her Harbinger series. And the third final book will come out next year. Actually, I think she's completing a couple series next year. That's... Oh, sorry, Murphy. I kicked you in the face. Didn't mean to do that. I did really like this. Please don't move the tripod. Okay. I'm really enjoying this series. I still think the first book, Storm and Fury, was just like a little bit better, but I did really enjoy this. I can't talk a lot about it because it's like a spin-off of another series, her Dark Element series, plus it's the 2nd book in a series. But I'm really enjoying it. I love the main character, Trinity. I think she is amazing. And the love interest, I can't believe I like him, but I do. Like, Jennifer L. Armentrout has made me love him when I've hated him previously, so good for her. And then in August, I read Illuminae for my TBR picks, and oh my gosh, I'm on the train. Like, I have so many books that I own that I need to read. Otherwise, I would be buying the rest of the series and reading it. And I do want to read the audiobook. I was going to read it in September, but because of the announcement that Audible Escape is going away, I completely trashed all of my plans to read like library audiobooks and stuff unless I had already taken them out. So that I could focus on just like burning through as many AE books as I could while I still had that as an option. So it'll probably get listened to in November, because October I'm going to do the same thing because it's my last month with Audible Escape, obviously. But I've heard the audiobook is amazing and I wanted to read it, but this book was so good. It was such an easy 5-star read, like easy for me to give it 5 stars. Like sometimes I have to like kind of argue with myself about stuff and everything. And it was, I loved the mixed media. I loved what they did with, like, I think I wrote about this in my review. Like, it was, there would literally be a page with like nothing on it, or just like a few words or a few names, and like the amount of emotion that was able to be generated with that was so impressive. I absolutely loved it. But yeah, I just loved it. It was probably the closest I've come to a book hangover this year. And then September was Serena Bowen's newest release, Lies and Lullabies. I gave this 4 stars, but it was so close to a 5-star. Like, I think if I read it again, it would probably get up to a 5-star. I was given an arc of this, but I've also bought it. I actually ended up buying the whole series. It's a series of 3 books, but a different author wrote each of them, and I've never read any of the other authors, so I'm very curious. Hopefully I'll get those read in the next couple of months. The thing is that Serena Bowen has some sort of like, she must have like sold her soul to the devil or something, because she's able to write things that I wouldn't normally like and make me not just like but love them. So like, I'm not big into rock star or celebrity romances. Okay, well this had that. I'm not into secret babies. Well, this had that. Like, I don't understand. Now, part of the thing with her with secret babies is she goes out of her way to make it a believable secret baby story. Sir, can we not please? And that is typically my issue with it. Now, this is also a second chance romance. They meet in like this small town, and he's just there for the summer, and they become friends, and then they hook up, and obviously she gets pregnant, but she doesn't find out until after he's gone, and he gave her like a fake name and all this stuff. And then he returns to that town with his band, and they reconnect and have to like figure out what life is like. I thought it was so good. And the main character, I think her name's Kira, I can't remember, she has a brother who is just like a star. Stop. And I really need him to like get a story. I need him to have his happily ever after like so badly. Oh my gosh, I did really like it. And then my honorable mention is a nonfiction book. So I read Save the Cat Save the Cat Writes a Novel by Jessica Brody, which I would love to write at some point. I don't know if it'll ever happen. Like, I've written but never, like, I've never completed anything or anything like that. But I think, honestly, I think I said this in my book haul too, even just as a reader, I think it was a really, even as a reader, I think it was a really insightful read, if that makes sense. I think it brought a lot, like it showed me a lot about story construction, and I think if you wanted to like dissect stories and understand why they make you feel a certain way and stuff, I think this provided a lot of insight to that, and not in a way where it like ruins reading, because I think sometimes that's like the concern. But yeah, so I ended up really enjoying it. So the third quarter personally was kind of crazy, but reading wise it was pretty good. I'm excited to go into the rest of the year. I'm nervous because it's gonna be busy, and who knows what things are gonna happen, like with the holidays and with the state of the world, and there's just a lot going on right now, that's for sure. You know, I'm trying to be positive and trying to be hopeful and trying to stay on top of things and not let anxiety and depression and stuff overwhelm me. So I'm very hopeful. I'm very excited for the rest of the year. I'm excited for Christmas. No matter what Christmas looks like, it is still my favorite time of the year, and I'm excited. And I know people hate when like stores start putting Christmas stuff out early, but I've started to see Target and Walmart putting their stuff out, and honestly, like, and I don't care to begin with, but I definitely don't care this year. It makes me so happy to just see that stuff. And you know, it warms my heart. And I hope if you're watching this that you're doing well, and that you're happy and healthy as you can possibly be. And yeah, and if you're looking for some fun people to follow to maybe cheer you up, because I've been following a lot of YouTubers who are not booktubers and have really brightened my like life and made my life a better place, I feel like. I would highly recommend, I just started watching Evan and Caitlin. They are an amazing couple. They do like artsy stuff. I could never do what they do, but I just love their personalities. Relatedly, Royalty Soaps, I love her. She's amazing, a gem. I will just like watch her videos to just relax and like go to sleep. She's amazing. I cannot express my love for her enough. Okay, let me go because my camera is going to turn off soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!